All right, welcome back to Talking Ball with Pat Leonard. I am the New York Daily News NFL columnist and Giants beat writer. We have a bit of a summer series going here with some Giants player interviews and other special guests. Want to get right to our latest interview. First, want to tell you about Bet Online. Bet Online is your number one source for all your championship finals info, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds and lines and the latest matchup reports for this year's NBA and Stanley Cup finals. BetOnline is your sports intel headquarters this season, as we have you covered for all your insider sports wagering needs, from basketball and hockey to MLB, UFC, and boxing. Fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino card games available to play right from your home. Get into the action today. Head to the website or use your mobile device to join, and be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE to receive your 50% bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Remember, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube page at PL on NFL. Rate, review, like. Go to Apple, Spotify, subscribe to the podcast. Give us that 5-star rating. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you enjoy our next interview right here on Talking Ball. All right, welcome back here to Talking Ball with Pat Leonard. I am here with Lawrence Cager, tight end for the Giants. Lawrence, you and I got to know each other a little bit last year in the locker room, and then you explode in the final week of the regular season.
Right.
What was that like for you, coming to the Giants, acclimating yourself, and then showing what you can do on the field in a big game?
Yeah, I think it was a blessing. Credit to, I give all thanks to, Dave's, Mr. Mara, Joe, for believing and trusting me, bringing me over from getting released from the Jets, seeing the potential that I had, seeing the talent that I had, that I can, play in this league and play at a high level. So, when we solidified our playoff contention, the starters got rested. So, Dave came to me and was like, yo, this is your opportunity. Go show what you can do. Show everybody what you can do. And just going into that game with the amount of trust that Dave's had in me, I had no other choice but to, do what I could do.
I know you've been an elite athlete throughout your life, but did producing against a first-string Eagles defense like that add some confidence and belief to you that, after being on a couple different teams, you're reinforcing, I can do this?
Yeah, to a certain extent, but I have that confidence going into every day. I feel like I can be a starter in this league. Now that takes experience and, being behind a guy like Darren Waller, who just came over here, and just going under his shoulders and being under his wing and following him everywhere and doing what he's doing and soaking up game from him. That's going to take my game to the next level so I can help this team in the future. But I have that confidence with me every single day that, nobody can touch me. And I feel like that you need that, especially in football, especially in the NFL, especially as a pro. It's every day you're fighting with yourself mentally, and it's how you're going to get better each day.
I'm so glad you mentioned the Waller element, because you won't believe this, but so I go back and listen to an interview I did with your position coach, Andy Bischoff, last January. So it was after the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was asking him about you, your special talents, how you contribute. He compared your skill set to Waller. So this is before he's on this team, before he's even a free agent target. What does it mean just for your position coach to say that you're in that type of uncommonly talented pass-catching tight end? And then how are you soaking up what Darren is showing you on the field and behind the scenes in order to kind of take the next step?
Yeah, I think Coach Bischoff is probably the best coach that I've had. He's an amazing guy. He believes in every single one of his players, that no matter who he puts in the game, they can do the job to the best of their ability. And hearing that is just what you want to have, especially as a coach in this organization and playing for a team like the New York Giants. And it speaks to, Coach Dave, to what he's building around in this program. But I do see a lot of similarities with me and Darren. Just backstory, me transitioning to tight end last year, I actually got with Darren and trained with him for a couple of weeks, just to pick his brain, see what he, just to learn how he made the transition, what little things he did, his first year in making the transition, how he picked up, playbooks, blocking, running routes, what was different from receiver coming to tight end. And then when he got traded here, the first, like, as soon as he got traded, I sent him a text that said, like, yo, I'm gonna be like your little brother. I'm gonna be on your hip. I'm gonna be like your annoying little buzz in your ear. Like, I'm trying to literally learn everything from you so I can duplicate and be to where you are, because that's my main goal. And it's just a blessing. A lot of people think that, they at first they want to divide you guys, but I mean, that's
Right,
Darren
competing
Waller.
for roster spot, that
Like
kind of thing.
it's bigger than ball at that point. Like, he's here to be a leader for this team to help us get to our next step in our goals. And I couldn't learn from a better guy and be around a better guy.
Where did you guys work out when you did those 2 weeks?
He's from Atlanta, so he trains in Atlanta. So we were in Atlanta for like 2 weeks.
And what did he tell you about, like, you guys are both excellent pass catchers, excellent athletes who really are maybe working at the other elements of this position you're transitioning to. So how did he tell you about how to do those things capably enough and practice those so that you can be that well-rounded tight end?
Yeah, don't be afraid to fail was the biggest thing. It's going to happen, and your biggest learning comes from your failures. So don't get frustrated if a DM beats you quick. Learn from what you did wrong. Watch the film, keep watching it. Ask around, ask the other vets in the room. Better blockers, what they're doing, and what to do, and pick up little things and just continue to learn and watch film on it. Because you could be hard on yourself as a player that especially as a pro, if you mess up, you're like, dang, I can't do that. I can't do that. Especially guys like me and Darren who have a certain level of expectations for yourself and want to be a perfectionist almost. So that was like one of the biggest things I learned from him. It's okay, he beat you. What did you do wrong, and fix it next time so it doesn't happen again. And then if you do something wrong the next time, what did you do wrong, and fix that. So now you just get better each and every day. And the same thing that Dave preaches as well.
When I watched you against the Eagles, the first thing I thought after maybe your third catch, where it was clear that they were just going to go right back to you and they couldn't stop it, I thought, how did this guy come available to the Giants? How did this even happen? Can you give me a little bit of the backstory of how you came into the league?
Mm-hmm.
You play at 2 big programs in Miami and Georgia,
right.
But how did it get to the point where you were even available for the New York Giants? I don't see it. When I look at the field, I say, how did somebody let this guy get away?
Yeah, so I had a bit of an injury history coming out of college. I had a great senior season, but right before the SEC championship, I broke my ankle, and I couldn't participate in the combine. I just did medical and stuff. And then COVID hit, so we couldn't do travels and none of that. My pro day, I couldn't have my pro day anymore. Like, they just ceased everything.
So you were one of the victims of teams not being able to go out and actually see
if I was how healthy I was. So, so the Jets, I knew they had interest in me from the jump. My agent would relay that to me. So I just went up there and I just did my thing. And I always knew I belonged. I always knew I could help a team in some type of way. So I had I had 2 good games my freshman, rookie year, excuse me.
Technically freshman year.
Right. 2 good games, but then I got hurt again, popped my hamstring Thursday night against the Broncos. So now injuries kept playing. The best ability is availability. If you're not available, you can't produce. So, I bounced around a little bit, come back to the Jets. The Jets gave me an opportunity to say, look, it's so hilarious that the Jets, Joe Douglas calls my agent and tells me, like, we want to make him like Darren Waller. And so I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, I'm contemplating, because my whole career, even in college recruiting, a couple schools wanted me to play tight end, and I fought it like, no, I'm a receiver. And I'm just like now sitting in my room like, well, I see where the league is going. I can be like Darren. I do have a skill set. I know I could play in this league. So, why not? You know what I'm saying? And I gave it a shot. And, I thank the Jets for the opportunity they gave me. And they had a lot of veterans in that room in the Jets. Tyler Conklin, C.J. Uzomah. Right. They drafted Jeremy Ruckert. So there was a lot of talent in there. It was just guys competing for each other. And ultimately, they just decided that to go in a different route, wanted me to put on practice squad. But I thought I had a better opportunity to help the team and play here in the middle of the season. And that's why I came over here. And it's a funny story. Dave's actually recruited me when he was at Alabama out of high school. So
this is a full circle story here.
Full circle. And
even Andy, your position coach, said when he was with the Ravens, he remembered you at Calvert, being a standout in the Baltimore area as well. So it's all kind of ties together.
Coming down. So little bit of destiny, I feel like sometimes, but I mean, I wouldn't want to play for a better organization, better coach, better team, and I love it here, and I thank them for giving me the opportunity to play for this team and help this team win and give me opportunity to help this team win.
Last one, in this offense. So you fought that transition to tight end event, but then eventually you make it. And then I watch you guys last year, and now even in camp, it feels like more things are being added. Darren's a great example of he'll be out wide one play, he'll be in line the next.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough flexibility in this offense, an opportunity for you, whether we label you tight end, wide receiver, to kind of play either one from play to play?
Yeah, and I think that goes to the creativity with our offensive coordinator, Coach Kafka, and head coach Brian Daboll, that to get us on the field at certain times, if they want to put certain mismatches, and we still got Bellinger. He's a great tight end. He's a great player. So put all three of us on the field, or we got a lot of receivers that we got added in Paris Campbell, Jeff Smith, Crowder. Both guys I played with in the New York Jets, and
That's right.
We have a lot of talent and we have a lot of creativity in this offense, and we're going to throw a lot of stuff at people because anybody can do any job, no matter where they're at. If a receiver can be in line or a tight end can be out wide. So it's going to be great. And when you have a guy like Darren consistently being a great leader and mentor every single day, and showcasing what it's like to be a true pro and number one guy, the sky's the limit for us. And when you have Danny Dimes at the helm, anything's possible.
No doubt. Lawrence, this was really enlightening. Thank you so much for spending the time. I see you always with your head down working.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thanks again. All right. That was another great conversation here on Talking Ball. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube page at PL on NFL. Go to Believe's YouTube page. Please like, review, rate wherever you go to listen to or watch this podcast, including on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you get those audio pods. Before we get out of here, I want to tell you about Estate 98. Hola, amigos. This is Pat Leonard from the New York Daily News. And if you're a coffee lover like me, you're going to love Estate 98. The ultra concentrated coffee from El Salvador dates back to 1798 and is the most convenient premium cafe I've ever had. It takes me 3 seconds to make an iced coffee, which is perfect for my busy podcasting schedule on Talking Ball. I can take it with me on the go and make it anywhere. And with its rich smell and notes of milk, chocolate, and tangerine, this Essentia Day Cafe has replaced my old coffee runs. Go to Estate 98 Coffee on Instagram, order and enjoy. Salud. Have a great week, everyone. See you next time. Thanks, Joe.